Yeah. I think it's okay. When I stand up, we'll find out if it's cutting off my head or not. Yeah. Welcome, you guys. I'm just letting you sign in and get settled. I'm glad to see you. Teresa, it's great to see your name in the window here. Thank you for coming. Glad you could make it. I haven't seen you for some time, so I'm feeling very heartwarmed by that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Susie, I'm not sure why my phone is not up at the top of the list next to you and me, but I think you can find it. It's kind of at the bottom of the list. I don't know why that is. That looks okay though, right? I mean, maybe my head's gonna, we'll find out if my head is getting cut off by the frame when I stand up back there. Yeah. Leslie Pincus must have an aquamarine colored room because your rectangle for you is a beautiful color. Maybe that's a special trick in Zoom. I don't know. I was talking with somebody who they had a river going by, it was just a fake river, but it was going by in the background of their Zoom window. I thought that was pretty special. Others have the Golden Gate Bridge, or I think I've seen a large cat head for some people. Welcome and good job getting here, you guys, taking care of yourselves. Okay, I'm going to back up from my computer and we'll get started with settling in. I'm looking up at you on my monitor. We're going to settle in, have some pranayama, and then we'll do a little chanting to get ourselves into the zone for yoga today. I'm really glad that you could come, that you're making this time. So let's sit comfortably, please. You can rest your hands where you prefer them to be and take a comfortable seat. This is a familiar kind of ritual for us that we dive in this way. So let yourself feel warmly welcomed. And I'm going to also welcome you to set aside whatever would distract from your practice right now. Whatever might seduce, tempt, lure, or hijack you away. See if you can set those things aside, almost as if you were pruning a tree and sending its awareness and energy back down towards its roots. So your attention can come back down into the roots of your body, the root of your system. And these roots in the physical system are much deeper than muscles and bones. You can come back into your physical body, but also your breath body, the nervous system body, the circulatory body, the inner intelligence that's helping these things to happen on your behalf. But also even deeper than those things, come back home to the place where you feel in a visceral sense, you feel in kind of a somatic embodied sense, your life values, the qualities of heart that you are committed to. And let's think of your practice as a time to revive your commitment to those qualities so they express themselves very naturally and very generously through your life. So to support this process of going more deeply, now use your breathing to help you. So the inhale can begin at the base of the pelvis. At least the felt sense of the inhale, of course, is in your lungs. But sense the inhale rising up, like the first third is the pelvis, mid-third, mid-torso. And then to the best of your ability, bring the breath up into the upper third, your heart, shoulder blades, your chest. When you exhale, think of a concentric toning of your pelvis, low belly, like what I sometimes call your seatbelt muscles, from one hip bone across to the other, and from the pubic bone upwards towards the solar plexus. Think of this concentric toning. And that toning then releases gradually to welcome the inhale. So we have this vertical awareness and we have this concentric pulsation, and both are happening together. And please do that for 3 breath cycles more to sense within yourself. The inhale begins after the exhale pause. The inhale begins to slowly expand concentrically, first third, middle third, upper third, chest, heart. And the exhale concentrically tones in your pelvis in the first third and just sort of up towards your solar plexus and your floating ribs. And then with a sense of the influence that you've just had with yourself, please join your hands together in Anjali Mudra. When you bring your hands together, I'm going to ask you to, without opening your eyes, visualize that others are also here practicing with you. And they too have these deep values in their lives to which they are returning right now. So our shared practice is to say, let's also raise up these qualities in life, these values. Even if we have a kind of potpourri of what these qualities or values are amongst us, let's use our practice to raise them up. So we'll chant Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu. Remember that the third line, Sahaviryam Karavavai, it means, may we be vigorous when necessary. May we raise up these qualities enthusiastically. Let's begin. Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Saviryam Karavavai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vivishavahi. Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Saviryam Karavavai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vivishavahi. Sahana Vavatu, Sahana Bhunaktu, Saviryam Karavavai, Tejasvinavaditamastu, Ma Vivishavahi. Om Shanti Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. And with your exhale, you may bow your head to your heart. Then release your hands. Please open your eyes. We'll begin with some pranayama that helps us to raise up those life values. And we were practicing yesterday this kind of pranayama. Let me say that the realm of the life values is not only that they're in your heart, they're also in your body. And if we were really able to sense the chakra system, we could have a felt sense that down at the second chakra, we're housing the deepest longings that we have for human nature, including ourselves. But we're also housing the unmet needs we have when those longings can't be manifest or expressed. So we're going to tap into that which we're longing for, these values. And we'll use first third inhale, middle third inhale, upper third inhale, and then a slow exhale out the mouth like a tiny straw. And see if we can tap in to this support system down below. So turn your palms face up and turn them out like so. And let's just explore what's it like right now if you say inhale first third, pause, you're suspending the breath. Inhale second third, pause. And then inhale upper third, lift your collarbones and your heart, and pause again. Now like a tiny straw, exhale. Take the arms out to the side as slowly as the breath is departing. So you are rhythmically connecting your breath and your body. At the bottom of the exhale, turn your palms face out and inhale first third. Pause. Middle third. Pausing. Upper third. Exhale. The tiny straw of the pursed lips will slow down your exhale. It will also require a kind of tone in the deep low belly. When you get to the bottom of your exhale, turn your palms face out and begin again. First third. Middle. Upward. Exhale. Once more at your own pace. Now as you rest your hands in your lap, notice any deeper connection you might have into the low abdomen. Maybe you have a little bit the absence of mental noise in your head, giving you access to that inner sense of what you most deeply long for. Now interlace your fingers, and I'm going to ask you to hold the hands down at the low belly like you're holding a meditation bell. You know, one of those little bowls like this. And when you're holding that, to rest the quality you're thinking of in your hands as a little offering, as if you'd written it on a piece of paper and you put it into the meditation bowl. And when you inhale now, inhale through the nose, bring that quality upwards towards your heart. Then exhale, push forward and round your spine into a cat pose spine. Now inhale to go upwards. And exhale to go outwards, including opening your throat and lifting your gaze. Join your hands, clasping them again at the second chakra. Inhale up to the heart. Exhale, push forward, cat pose spine. Inhale, rise upwards. Exhale, open outwards. Again, clasp your hands. Inhale. Exhale, push forward that which might get in the way or intrude on your capacity to express this. Inhale to rise up from your belly to your heart, to your throat, to your gaze. Exhale, open outwards. Okay, last one. Clasp your hands. Inhale, raise this quality up to your heart. Exhale, push forward. Inhale, rise upwards. Exhale, push outwards. And then bring your hands to your heart. Savidyam Karavavai. May we work vigorously in a good direction. Sometimes good directions require us to work vigorously towards them. Let's release both hands, please, and rise up to standing and take a wide stance. As we've been doing the last couple of practices, we're going to start with the wide equilateral triangle stance. It means Prasarita Padottanasana in Sanskrit. I was just making sure my ball was going to stay put there and not roll around in the yoga room. Okay, so a wide stance like this. Great. And what we're going to do here with the inhale and the exhale is very similar. So clasp your hands and starting here, then inhale, pull up. Exhale, push forward. Now inhale, rise upwards. And this time exhale, open outwards. And as you do that, reach back to clasp your hands at the small of your back. Squeeze your shoulders back. And with a little standing back bend, go up with your inhale. And then exhale and pour yourself forward over your legs and come down. I will adjust my camera in just a few moments. So when you come down into this forward bend, squeeze your shoulder blades kind of towards your spine and also squeeze them up away from your ears. So your head is long and the spine and the neck are a little bit long. There you go. And you can squeeze the shoulder blades towards your hips. It can have that kind of feeling. Right, energize your leg muscles. You can think, Savidyam Karavavai. And then inhale, rise up with your hands clasped. And when you get to the top of the lift, then exhale, open your chest and your heart and your throat. And now inhale just to come upright with your torso. Clasp your hands in front again. Okay, once more. Inhale, come up. Exhale, push forward. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, open outwards. Clasp your hands at the bottom of the exhale, and on the inhale, roll up through your chest and your heart and your collarbones. And then exhale to come forward and down. And as you hug the shoulder blades in towards your spine, also take them up away from your ears. So your neck and your head are both long, and the shoulder blades support the back of your heart. Energize your legs, and do work vigorously in the upper back, just for a few breaths more. You can think of Savidyam Taravavai. And then inhale, rise up, keep your hands clasped, please. And as you go upwards, fountain your chest and heart upwards. And then exhale for the standing back bend. Okay, let's bring the hands back together in front. Step your feet in to mountain pose. Inhale, sweep both arms up. Use your Ujjayi breath, please. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bow forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, glide your heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale for a deep bow towards your legs. And then inhale, rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. First third, middle third, upper third of the breath. And exhale, hands to your heart. And then stand at ease, like be really tranquil and still inside, as if you were standing in beautiful water and you had caused these ripples to just go out and out, concentrically outwards. And you're watching those ripples get very still. May our minds and hearts and our practice reflect these values, the way the water reflects the sky. Okay, let's put this hands clasped position into our sun salutation. I'm going to recommend that you use a couple of blocks. So I'll put mine on my yoga mat. So we're going to use it in Anjaneyasana and Salambhasana, clasping the hands behind the back for those practices. So be prepared. Join your hands, please. Energize your legs and stand a little bit more in the plumb line that goes down just in front of your heels, like the back of the arch, the front of the heels. Stand in that plumb line, please. And coming into your Ujjayi breath, inhale your hands down, palms out, rise up first, middle, and upper third. And then exhale, energize your legs so your hips don't swing backwards as you bow forward. Press down into the blocks to tone your low belly. Inhale, glide your heart forward, come up to your fingertips. Exhale, left foot back to your crescent lunge base. Inhale, rise up first third of the breath, middle third, upper third of the inhale. On your exhale, sweep your arms wide with the intention to clasp your hands at the small of your back. And then inhale to go upwards, like the first third, middle, and then the upper third of the breath is like blossoming. Now when you exhale, keep your hands clasped and bow your torso over your right leg. Release the weight of your head. Then inhale, root your tailbone down and rise up to your crescent lunge, fingers interlace behind your back. And exhale to glide forward. So you're kind of acting like a water bird, the ornament called a water bird. Inhale, glide up. Keep your foundation strong and lift from your low belly, mid-torso up into your heart. One more time. Exhale, bring your torso forward. Keep your arms steady behind you. And now last one. Inhale, rise up. And then exhale and pour yourself forward to touch the two blocks lightly. Inhale, float your left foot forward, bring your heart forward. And then exhale, take your right toes straight back. So this is the base part of your crescent lunge. Inhale, rise up. First third, arms wide. Middle third, arms going up. Upper third of the breath, arms all the way up. Good. And then exhale, sweep your arms wide with the intention to clasp your hands at the small of your back. Simply do your best there. Squeeze the shoulders back. Here's the in-breath. And then follow your exhale to glide forward. Keeping your legs steady means that your left outer hip is toned. Inhale, roll up, root down from your left outer hip to your left outer heel to your big toe. And exhale to glide forward. So you just take your time inside the pace of your own breath cycle. Twice more, please. Notice the stability you need in your foundation and the agility that you need coming down and going up. And give your full concentration to the next inhale as we rise up. And then exhale and pour yourself down to lightly touch the two blocks. Set them aside and step backwards to downward facing dog pose. Now in your dog pose, just give a little peek forward at your index fingers and check that they are parallel. And you stretch the other fingers out from there. And then rotate your shoulder blades around your rib cage so they're actually wide on your upper back. And see if you can sense the breath now from the first third to the middle third. And into the upper third of the breath, is it possible you can feel the inhale under your shoulder blades? With your next inhale, glide forward to plank pose. And then exhale down through Chaturanga Dandasana onto the floor. Reach back and interlace your fingers at the small of your back. Keeping your legs grounded, inhale, rise up to Salambhasana. And exhale to glide down. Repeat this 4 times. Try to move smoothly. Keeping your eyes relaxed is a helpful strategy for not working past your threshold and also for using the inner resources, not your eyebrows or your eyes. Okay, 1 more time. And then exhale to lower down. Make a little pillow with your hands like this and rest your chin on the back of your hands between your finger bones so it's not painful. Watch your body going from exertion to ease, from effort to stillness. From action to reflection. And please energize your legs again and lengthen your tailbone back towards your heels. Reach your arms back. 1 more time, clasp your hands. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, roll up, Salambhasana. Exhale, glide down. Shift your hands beneath your shoulders. Inhale, Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale, glide down. Come up to your fingertips. Inhale, roll up. Bhujangasana, a little bit higher perhaps. Exhale, glide down. Sweep your arms straight back, palms to face each other. Inhale, roll up. Exhale to glide down. Place your palms under your shoulders. Palms flat. Inhale, roll up, cobra pose. Exhale, glide down. Come to your fingertips. Inhale, roll up, cobra, maybe a little bit higher. Exhale to glide down. Arms wide like a T. Inhale, float up. Exhale to glide down, hands beneath your shoulders. Palms flat. Inhale, roll up, cobra. Exhale to glide down. One more time, fingertips. Inhale to roll up. And exhale to glide down. Once more, make a pillow of your hands. And let your body return again from action to reflection, from exertion to ease, from effort to stillness. Now bring yourself up to your elbows like this. You can put the hands together in a little prayer, kind of like Sphinx pose. Yeah. And when you press the elbows down here, actively press down with both elbows. Set your shoulders slightly back right here at the shoulder joint. Bring your chin a little bit in towards your throat. And as you lift the base of your skull, also lengthen your tailbone down. And like it a sense, if you can lift, even if the lift is only inward, can you lift the deep low belly, like the inner belly? Lift inward through your solar plexus, upwards towards your heart, and then upwards towards the base of your skull. So this pose should not feel only like a back bend right now, but also like this deep inner line of energy that you have to sustain. You can also engage the legs. That is a part of the process. So keeping that inner seam, I'm going to talk about it once more. It's a lift just above the pubic bone to the inner belly, solar plexus, upwards towards the heart, from your heart up to the base of your skull. And then press your pinky fingers down, and if you can, straighten your elbows. And you're going to exhale, roll the elbows down thoughtfully, but keep the inner line of strength in your pose. Try it again. Inhale to go up. And exhale to glide down. One more time. Inhale to roll up. And then exhale as you glide down. Keep the strength of the inner belly and your legs. And then release your hands to a place beneath your shoulders. Press your knees down, tone your low belly, and press up to table pose. And then let's take this back to downward facing dog pose. Okay, so we're going to resume the sun salutation from here, but in this dog pose, check once more that your index fingers are parallel up ahead, and that you can wrap your shoulder blades wide around the back of your heart to the sides of your rib cage. And also check that the first third of the breath becomes the middle third, and you can sense the top of your sacrum up into your kidneys and the back of your ribs. Now let's exhale. Step your right foot forward, please. And touch your left knee down. You can use a blanket. I have 2 yoga mats, so you can scooch a blanket under your knee if you like. And then inhale, let's rise up. Anjaneyasana, beautiful. Now keeping your Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms wide and clasp your hands at the small of your back, or hold a yoga strap between your hands if you prefer that. And roll up. So the pose needs the foundation to be strong. Press down with your left knee, your right heel and toes, and go upwards through the inner belly into your heart. And then we'll exhale and pour the torso forward. Lightly touch the floor on either side of your right foot. Curl your left toes under so you can straighten your left leg, and then step backwards. Downward facing dog pose. And exhale, bring your left foot forward. When you come forward, establish your left heel and lightly touch your right knee down. Then inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana. Good. And sweep your arms wide, reach back to clasp your hands. Change the interlace of the fingers by 1 digit so it feels a little bit unusual. And as you roll up, don't forget the foundation. So you press down through your right knee, left heel and toes. Sometimes we have to ask, what will it take for these inner values, these deep longings to come forward? And when you next exhale, pour your torso forward over your left leg. Tuck your right toes under. Make the right leg strong, and then float your right foot up to meet your left foot. And with an exhale, bow deeply towards your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms wide, first third, middle third, upper third. And then exhale your hands to your heart. Okay, and now we're going to release from this sort of active focus in our practice. I'd like you to have a chair, and this pose that we're going to do is called Pranayama Sirsasana. It's a favorite pose for me. That doesn't mean that it's a favorite pose for everyone, but I'll give you some guidance about how to make it accessible. So you want to have a blanket to sit on. And you might need a blanket to pad the chair. You could have 2 blankets to sit on if you need to. And I will mirror you. So let's say, take the right leg under the chair seat first. And I just put my blanket on this little diagonal because I do want you to open the left knee like this. So this is the base of a pose called Janu Sirsasana. And we're doing the one called Pranayama Janu Sirsasana. Okay, how far away your chair is will depend on the length of your leg and the distance of your side bend. You're going to be trying to rest your head here on the side of the head. And I would recommend, if possible, that you can rest along this part of the occipital ridge. So when you come down, you have to feel into that. And if you're someone for whom this much forward bend is not possible with your right leg straight like that, you can try bending your right knee. Or you can raise the chair seat up with a couple more blankets to make it suit you. Press out through your left knee and down with your left hip. Let's take the right arm under. You can hold the leg of the chair here for some stability. Rotate your left shoulder back. And sweep your left arm out, and let's go inhale. Imagine all regions of the breath, the first, middle, and upper third. And then exhale, open your left arm, releasing like an arc. We're going to do that several times. So inhale, you can even ask the question again, what will it take? What does it take for these qualities or these values to rise in our lives? What amount of determination, commitment, even how much community do we need to make this possible? Now the next time that you're going to reach your left arm past your left ear, go ahead and walk your right hand any amount down towards your right foot. And keep the left arm overhead. And rotate your torso to your left. So there is a twist in this pose. And the twist is really up in the heart. And then in your neck and in your head. It's not important that your left hand reaches the upper back of the chair. I think as yogis, you've held your left arm up before. It's going to be all right. Okay, so breathing in. Now tone your left low belly, and as you exhale, float yourself up to center. And you might feel a little bit like a zigzag when you come up. Imagine once more as if you were standing in water. You had caused some ripples to be concentric, concentric, concentric. You're getting really still. And the water gets to become really clear. Let's change sides on your pose. You're going to be putting your left leg under the chair, and you'll bend your right knee into Sahana. And when you do that, I'm going to turn myself around. When you do that, then you can start the side bend that takes you towards your left leg. And press down through your right hip, so you're going to keep that steady. When you're ready to, you may inhale, raise your right arm up, so you're making that sort of arc with the right arm. Yeah, good. And use the exhale to go back to your starting position. And do that a few times. You're kind of notifying your body. Right. Yeah. And so when you have the support set up and you feel like, oh, yeah, I'm finding my way there. Do one more time, the right arm rising. Right arm descending. So you get this full spectrum view from inside. Then this time as you raise your right arm up, we're going to stay a little while. So you can reach the left arm any amount towards your left foot. And listen inside for how you sense, okay, what's required to bring a quality or a deep longing into your life? What is being asked of us right now? Rotate your chest to the right, so the twist in the upper body it's yours to determine how far you twist. Of course, your body's determining that. And when you next exhale, then open your right arm, tone your right low belly, and roll yourself up. Good. You might again feel a little bit zigzaggy, so let's pull the left foot in and just sit for a few moments and see if you can sense, okay, what's happening in there? Could you imagine yourself to get really still, really connected inside, and the concentric circles go outwards. And then those ripples fade, and what was sent outwards just becomes a reflection. It becomes an expression reflected by the world around you. Now we're going to come to a Shavasana where we're going to use the chair and the two blocks. So this is familiar to most of you, but a couple of you probably haven't seen it, and we haven't done it recently, so I'm going to show you with these two blocks. The blocks will be on the flat setting, and the blocks are going to go under the back of your pelvis like this, like a little triangle. Okay, so that looks like so. You can watch here. When you lie down first, put the legs up on the chair. So you're already set to then lift your hips and put the blocks under. And again, they will look like this underneath. And the place they touch is where the tailbone is. So we go like this. Place the two blocks. So they're alongside the edges of your sacrum. Yeah. And then the sacrum and the lower back should feel like they can kind of rest like a little bit of a hammock down between the two blocks. Yeah, and you tuck the shoulders under. Turn your palms face up. So very naturally, we set this up so that your pelvis is kind of a river feeding towards your heart. So the high point of the river is at your feet, and that river comes down through the legs. And then from the second chakra, from this sort of pooling here, we have the flow of energy towards the heart. And that will then flow through the throat and towards your mind. So rest your attention at the experience of your sacrum, your lower back, kind of like the inner belly right here. And invite that region of your body to become really deeply relaxed. As you invite that relaxation, let it be reflected in your tongue, being really soft. Let it also be reflected in your eyes. So in this reflecting, we just allow yet again that your body knows how to integrate this practice. And these deepest held longings in the belly, they know how to now find their way into your heart and your psyche. So please rest really deeply. Let yourself rest. And sometimes you'll find that you get tempted by a thought, and you might notice that the sacrum also responds. You release the thought, invite the sacrum to get heavy again. Invite your body and your sacrum to rest a few degrees more deeply. And welcome that to also be reflected in your tongue and in your eyes. Let everything rest. Invite your sacrum to get a few degrees heavier. Deep inner belly, more profoundly relaxed. Your eyes and your tongue heavy with relaxation. And keeping your mind and your eyes at ease. Connect into the low belly just enough to bring your feet towards the front edge of your chair. And just check that your blocks won't slide as you let the knees drop in towards your heart. You've just increased the flow of this river from the pelvis towards your heart, towards your mind. And touch your feet to the front edge of the chair so you can lift, put the blocks aside and lower your sacrum down. Bring your right arm overhead so you can roll to your right side and press back up to sitting. Take your blanket to sit on, if you use a blanket. Rest your attention down at the second chakra, place where those deepest longings live in us. And join your hands together at your heart. You can sing this one line with me. The word saha means together. Viryam means vigorous effort. Saha viryam karavavahai. Saha viryam karavavahai. Saha viryam karavavahai. Saviryam karavavai. May we be vigorous where necessary, always in a good direction. Thank you very much, everyone. Namaste. Yeah, we'll come up to visit with you for a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. How are you doing?